What's going on, guys? Dino Gomez here, founder of Seven Figure Visionary, as well as the host of the Secrets of Coaching podcast on iTunes and Google Play. And in today's video, we are going to walk you through the 4 simple steps to landing your first and/or next coaching client. Let's start off with number 1. Step number 1, guys, is you have to decide your niche, all right? It's not enough just to hop on social media or to talk to friends and family and say, hey, I am a coach, pay me money, all right? You can imagine if you were on the flip side of that, you'd be very confused in terms of maybe you're even receptive to paying somebody money to coach you, but you'd be like, well, how are you helping me? Who do you help? And what's your process and your system and so forth, right? So that's a little bit too vague. So the step number 1, guys, you have to decide what your coaching niche is. So in other words, that could be that you're gonna work in the niche of fitness, it could be health, wealth, relationships, spirituality, law of attraction, you name it. There are so many niches out there, guys. There's actually hundreds and hundreds of coaching niches out there. If you need some help finding your coaching niche, I'll leave a link in the description to a previous video we did that will help kind of brainstorm and help you get going with what your potential niche can be. All right, so after you guys have your niche, guys, you're now able to say, I work in the niche of finance, or I will help you with your business. I work in the niche of fitness. You have that's kind of very broad, the niche that you're in. All right, so now we want to get a little bit more specific, which leads us to step number 2. All right, step number 2 is decide and formulate your actual coaching message. All right, and so this gets more specific in that it's going to explain who you help and how you help them. All right, so in other words, it's not enough to say you're a fitness coach. What you want to say is, I help busy professionals lose 15 pounds in just 30 days, or in just, that might be a little bit too fast, maybe in 3 months. All right, or I help moms shed baby fat right after they've had their first newborn child. All right, you want to get very specific with your message on who you help and how you help them and what you help them achieve. All right, so again, another example of this in the fitness space might be, I help busy CEOs lose 15 pounds before summer with just 15 minutes of exercise per day. So very, very specific on who you help, how you help them. And so that is your message there, guys. And again, your message is so critical because this is one of the secrets to actually landing coaching clients is your actual message, all right? When your message is dialed in, when it's very specific, all right, people immediately feel more confident that you're able to help them when you are speaking to your target audience, all right? So rather than being very generic, that I help you lose weight, all right, or I help you land clients, or I help you close more sales calls, right? Rather than being very broad, it's like, I help women, double their sales conversions, all right, using my 3-step process. You're very specific on who you help and what the outcome will be. All right, and when you're very specific in your message, all right, people are very attracted to that given that they fit in your audience and they know that you have a special solution just for them, all right? So it's always better to be a specialist than a generalist. All right, that's exactly why brain surgeons make a lot more than just your general doctor. You always want to be a specialist. Your messaging basically exemplifies that you are a specialist, that you're helping one particular individual achieve a very specific result, all right, and that becomes very, very desirable, all right. So that's step 2, guys. You want to actually figure out and formulate your coaching message that takes your broader niche, makes it very specific. All right, step number 3, guys. Once you have your niche and then you've gotten more specific and you have this powerful, captivating message that is speaks to one individual, the 3rd step to landing your first and/or next coaching client is actually to go ahead and build an audience. All right, now building an audience doesn't have to be as difficult as you would think it to be. All right, and what I would recommend at the time of recording this video is the best place to go ahead and build your audience. And this is kind of like your lead gen pool of where you're going to get leads for your coaching business is on Facebook. In particular, guys, I would recommend using Facebook groups. All right, now I'll get to that in just a second. The reason I like Facebook, guys, is just statistically, your audience is going to be on Facebook, all right? And I've heard this before from a lot of coaches and consultants. Dino, I don't think my audience is on Facebook. Guys, they are most likely on Facebook, okay? Look at the stats. It's insane. Almost everybody's on Facebook. So your audience is certainly on Facebook, guys. But with that said, right, you might, depending on who you're targeting and so forth, you might find your audience on, LinkedIn and Instagram and places like that. But again, the easiest place for like 99% of coaches and consultants to get started with is by building a Facebook group, because your audience is certainly on Facebook. And a Facebook group has a lot of different features and benefits that some of these other platforms don't have. All right, so for example, when you build your Facebook group, one quick tip I can give you guys right here, right, is you want to go ahead and name your Facebook group something that is very specific and keyword rich according to the people in your audience that you're looking to help. So again, if you are working with moms and you are helping them grow their business, you might name your Facebook group the Entrepreneurial Mom Community. All right, it has keywords in there like mom and entrepreneur. All right, and so what's naturally going to happen is moms that are entrepreneurs or aspiring entrepreneurs are going to find your Facebook and join that group, right? The name of your Facebook group gives it away who it is that you're helping and who this community is for. So naturally, right, the entrepreneur moms are going to join that group. You're starting to build your audience inside of that Facebook group, and that's super important, right? Because we need an audience so that we have people to actually provide our coaching services to. All right, now if you want more tips on how to actually grow your Facebook group, we did 2 separate video trainings step by step with all the cool setup features and all the cool things that you can do with a Facebook group to grow your audience. Check those links out in the description. But again, one of the reasons I love a Facebook group is that you also have the ability to ask questions to people who apply to join your group. So in other words, not everybody, if you set your Facebook group up correctly, not everybody can join your group automatically. They have to answer a few questions first. And one of my favorite questions to ask people who are looking to join your Facebook group is, do you want a free 20-minute phone call or a 20-minute strategy session, a 20-minute weight loss session? Do you want a free 20-minute find your purpose session? Do you want a 20-minute confidence booster session? Whatever it is in terms of how you help people, offering up a free 20-minute session where you will just consult with them with nothing for sale per se, but just give them pure value on this call is a great way to build connection with your audience, great way to give them value, a great way to build rapport. It's also a great way for you to get market feedback. All right, now often what happens when you do a free 20-minute session with somebody, because of the law of reciprocity, this individual oftentimes, right, feels indebted to you that you gave them 20 minutes of your time and gave them a lot of value and tips. And so oftentimes they are going to inquire about your actual coaching services. So it's a great way to generate leads for your coaching business, to give value first, and then have your audience and these individuals come back around and inquire more about your actual paid coaching services. All right, so again, if you want more tips on how to grow your Facebook group, that will be in the description. All right, guys, and then step number 4 to landing your first and or next paid coaching client is to actually make an offer. All right, now this part can be scary for a lot of us. If I go back in time 3 years, I remember making my first offer for my coaching program was absolutely terrifying. I wasn't sure if anybody was going to respond. I remember I posted my offer on social media, and I think I posted it and deleted it like several times. I was really worried that nobody was going to respond, but ultimately at the end of the day, if this is something you want to do, you have to step out of your comfort zone, all right? And so I went ahead, officially got my offer out there, and to my surprise, right, because I had built my audience up inside of my Facebook group, I had given value, I had connected with people. When I did make my offer, a lot of people jumped at it. And real quickly, I landed my first handful of coaching clients. And from there, the rest was history. But the main thing to understand, guys, is that people can't buy things they don't know are for sale. All right. And so you have to make offers to work with you for people to understand that there's even an offer on the table. All right. Now, oftentimes, people will be out there on YouTube or other different sources and so forth, and they will be providing value. And you'll be like, this is really useful information. You don't even know if they have a coaching program, if they have a consulting program. You don't know the details of it. Is it group coaching? Is it 1v1? You have no idea that the offer even exists. And it really, even as being part of the audience, it doesn't even cross your mind until the offer is actually made. So really important, guys. Step number 4 to landing your first and or next paid coaching client is to actually go ahead and make an offer. All right, and this is normally done after you've built some value and built some rapport with your audience. You can do those types of things by doing free trainings, by giving out tips and strategies, by demonstrating your expertise, by revealing statistics around the industry, by exemplifying that you really understand the pain points that your audience is experiencing. You could also do this by telling personal stories in terms of, hey, I've been in your shoes before. I know what you're going through, I know what you're struggling with, and I was able to figure out a way to get out of this, right? But you want to really connect with your audience, demonstrate you understand their pains, what their desires are, that you can help them, give them some free value, and then step number 4, right, mix in those offers. Make it very clear that you have something available for sale to those that are interested, and how, most importantly, right, how they should get in contact with you. All right, so oftentimes people miss that step, but we have to remember, folks can't mind read. Our audience can't mind read, so we want to be very clear. Hey, if you are interested in losing 15 pounds before summer, right? If you're a busy dad, you want to lose 15 pounds before summer. Get in contact with me. Send me a private message, depending on what platform you're on. Click the link below. Visit our website. Whatever it is, reach out to me. Comment below, and I'll follow up with you. Make it very clear when you make an offer how people are to actually go ahead and raise their hand and get in touch with you to inquire more about your coaching services. All right, so there you have it, guys. The simple 4-step process to landing your first and or next paid coaching client. I hope this training was helpful for you guys. I want you guys to know in the description we have links to a bunch of other trainings that will help you out with the various steps. All right, and so it will take you more piece by piece through those different steps in terms of choosing your niche, actually putting together your unique messaging, building your audience, and then actually how to make those specifically, walk you through the types of offers that you can make to land your first and or next paid coaching client. All right, guys, that's it for this video training. If this was helpful, be sure to hit the subscribe button or leave us a comment down below if you have any questions, and we will see you all in the next video.